Okay, let's go. Tara, punta na tayo doon. Pasok na tayo. Marami naman pumupunta. So ito na yung papunta. Extra parking, slow. Merong parking dito. So dito tayo magpa-park. Ayan. So moving forward, andito na tayo sa tunnel. Ayan, papasok na tayo sa tunnel na yan. Mga 1 hour yung, papunta dun sa ilalim. So i-vlog natin yan. Paulit-ulit kong sinasabi. Let's go guys. Ay, nakakamiss yung opportunity na nasa likod ka ng isang Hollywood actress. Ay, sige lang, at least naka-experience tayo ng ganon. Before tayo makakapasok, ayan. Kukuha tayo ng helmet natin. Tingnan nyo to guys. Di ba nung unang panahon, wala pa tayong electricity. Basta naalala ko noon, eto, meron kami nito. Kapag meron ka nito, Miyet, nakakaluwag-luwag ka na yan sa buhay. May harap pa gitna. So, ayan. I remember those days. Ayan. Magsuot ng, ito. Ano ba to? Hairnet. And then, kukuha tayo ng helmet dito. Bago tayo pumunta doon. So, yun. Yung nabayaran namin, dapat 4 kami. Family pass, 4, $60. Kaso, hindi sumama si Angela. So, 3 lang. So, sayang, di ba? Pero kung isa-isa, yung adult is 20. Tapos, 16 ata si Mia. So, parang ganun na rin yung bayad. So, ayan, pili lang tayo ng helmet na gagamitin natin. So, ayan na siya. Yan yung gagamitin natin palabas. Tingnan nyo to. Kailangan may hairnet tayo at saka ito. Hairnet. Merong tour guide doon sa loob na sasama sa amin.
Place to walk so you don't trip over. You're more welcome to take videos and photos in the mine. The mine's also got electric lighting all the way through it too. So even if we lose power in there, we've got backup lighting. I'll always have a light with me too. So I don't think I've scared anyone off. You're still pretty keen. I'll give you a bit of history on Walhalla before we go in.
There's a ticket of leave from Victory Bay Creek, and it comes in with 3 other prospectors. You'll pretty much start with the top of the river bridges and follow the creek into town. So pretty much the road that you would have driven in when you came into town, that follows the same course as that creek. Now when they get into the very southern end of town, about where the cemetery is, they start to pan the creek there, and they're finding a very fine alluvial gold. Not the big nuggets and things you'll find like around Bendigo and Ballarat. It's a very fine gold. It's almost like the dust from the Hector Pan creek. Now once Ned realises he's got quite a lot there, he knows he has to make a claim for that. So he takes off to a place called Bald Hills, it's now called Seaton, and he makes his claim over there.
I think someone didn't turn them on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Akala ko madilim. Meron naman pala.
One miner would be holding that up against the rock face, and the other miner's coming in behind him with the sledgehammer, and he's trying to hit that tap as hard as he can. Now, every time he hits the tap, the man holding it has to turn it a quarter of a turn. So you take another swing and hit it, he turns it quarter of a turn. So every time he turns it, those 4 points are just crushing a little bit more rock inside that hole, and they're going a little bit deeper in. Now, it wasn't a very big mine for these guys. They didn't have a lot of money. But the first thing they did was chase the reef down in that south direction. And they get about 15 metres around the end of that bend you can see there. And they have to stop digging because they meet the end of their claim. They also meet a bunch of men from the Royal Mint claim who are chasing the reef from the other side. So they're then got to work out where claims and borders begin and end because you don't want to dig into someone else's claim. It doesn't go down very well at all. So they stop digging in that direction and they pretty much only dig to the intersection you can see behind. That intersection we were just at, and to get down to here, it's taken them another 4 years of digging. Now, most of that's still being done with the hammer and tap until 1875 when this gets invented. That's the pneumatic rock drill. That makes their life a lot easier. They can get through the mine in double time when they're using that. Problem is though, wherever they're using these rock drills in the mine's filling up with dust. The men are breathing that in, it's settling on their lungs, and it's causing silicosis, or otherwise known as miner's complaint. So for about 15 years in these mines, they're a pretty lethal place to be working. You wouldn't want to be here at all if you knew. Now the miners knew the dust was a bit of a problem. They didn't think it was going to kill them eventually, of course. And if you see early photos of the early miners, they've got big thick moustaches and big thick beards. They're trying to filter out a lot of that dust, but it just wasn't working for them. So a miner that would start in this mine about the age of 18, he's probably going to be dead by about the age of 28. He'd be really lucky to get into his 30s. That's why this ends up with the nickname the Widowmaker. I'm sure someone would have heard that called before. 2 metres wide and about 6 metres long. And that one boiler would burn about 5 tonne of wood per day. Now eventually in this part of the mine, they'll end up with 5 boilers down here. So they're burning about 25, 30 tonne of wood per day. So this part of the mine gets pretty hot, gets up to about 42 degrees. And they needed a way to cool it down. That's why we have the ventilation shaft over here. Now that just goes around the corner, runs flat for about 5 metres. Then it rises up to the very top of the mountain on a 45-degree angle. There's a little gate at the very top of the mountain, you can pop out up there. So once that was put in, it creates a nice airflow through the mine. If you're in that main adit sometimes, you can feel a bit of a breeze on your face. There's a constant airflow coming through here at all times. Got a bit of a fuss trying to get some more break time for their men, but the mining union get involved and they create a legislation that gives the men a 10-minute break for their 8-hour day. So really generous of them. So this is where they would come for their 10 minutes. Now if you worked on the lower levels of the mine, you didn't have to come up to this crib room. There would have been a crib room on every level of the mine for the men somewhere. And they would have kept it a bit nicer. They would have swept it out. They'd have whitewashed walls. They'd have a lit candle, and the company even supplied cold water for the men too, so they'd be able to come here and get a cold drink, which was something pretty rare in those days. Now, one thing that wasn't very nice though about the crib room would have been a bucket that they kept in the corner. Oh. So you've worked that out. Yeah. Yeah, the old toilet bucket. Because originally in this mine, if you came into work for your 8-hour day, there was no toilets in here and there was no bucket in the corner either. So originally the men are just going wherever they feel like it. And that becomes a pretty stinky mess very quickly. They have to stop that. So for a while, every man will have his own bucket. And if he needs to go to the toilet, he disappears into a dark part of the mine. He'll go and do his business in his bucket. Now, he's not to leave that in the mine. He's got to take that with him at the end of his shift. Now, the problem there is that he works in a gold mine, and he could have been working in an area where they found some really nice samples of gold. He's going to be searched every time he leaves the mine. They're going to look at his nose, they're going to look at his ears, they're going through his hair, his mouth, in his beard, they'll go through all his clothes, but they don't want to look at his poo bucket. So it became a way men were actually stealing gold out of the mine. The managers worked out that was happening and they had to pull it up. They put an end to the nugget in the nugget skin. So in the end there was the one.
So ayan guys, palabas na tayo. Ito yung naging experience natin dito sa gold mine tunnel, dito sa Walhalla. So, thank you very much for watching. And, sana ay makapag-upload pa tayo ng maraming vlogs dito sa ating YouTube channel kasi medyo matagal rin na hindi ako nakapag-upload dito. So, ayan, sa aking mga subscribers, thank you very much. And sa mga hindi pa po nakapag-subscribe, please do subscribe na po dito sa aking YouTube channel. So, ayan, yung iba na iwan pa doon, yun, yung likod ng tunnel doon. And kami, palabas na. Natatakot ako actually. Nagkakaroon ako ng anxiety kapag sa mga closed na mga ganito. So hanggang sa susunod na vlog, maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Bye! So ito na guys. Palabas na kami ng tunnel. Ayan. Ayon nga sa kasabihan, ay there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Balik na natin yung ating helmet. And then, uuwi na rin tayo pagkatapos nito. Merong nag-aabang na doon para sa 3 o'clock. Let's go. We're all done. Ito. Ang end of the tunnel. Ayan.
I think he is. I saw them using, I think,
Merong bus dito, oh. Tourist bus. Balik na natin yung ating ano.
Come to the museum.